So I just finished Beef on Netflix with Steve Yeun, Ali Wong. It's about a road rage. I'm not going to give anything away, no spoilers. So the reason why I finished it is because I just saw something that you have to watch the last episode. And I watched the last episode and I was expecting something else. Listen, it is a trip. It's a trippy show. It's very well done. They're fantastic in the lead roles. The brother, there's a crazy cousin. There's someone from, she has a smaller role in this, but the one from Emily in Paris and the one who used to be, well, she was an actress, movie, and then she went to TV. She was NCIS. I can't remember her name right now, but yeah, I need someone else to watch it and tell me what the fuck was it about. But, I decided, watch it. And wow, yeah. So Beef on Netflix. That is a show. Now, the picture I have on IG is the beer bong celly. People drink a lot in this country. A shitload. Drinking doesn't work for me. My chemical makeup, I feel like shit. Drugs, whatever. I've tried, I'm not saying I haven't partook. I haven't imbibed. I haven't tried. It just doesn't work for me. Now, I think it's kind of funny, and there was only water in the beer bong, but, I just feel like kids watch the game. And listen, it's 2023. I'm not trying to sound like an old fuddy-duddy. Maybe I do when I say this, but I always think about the kids, that they're very impressionable. So now, you're going to get everybody's going to do this shit now. Hey, it's funny. I mean, Mountcastle hit a home run, and then he came back to the bench, and there it was waiting for him. Ryan Mountcastle took a beer bong in the dugout, bottom of the first, 1-0 against the A's, 421-foot home run to left center, and they had the funnel with a hose, and he sucked down the contents. Of course, it was water, but he did suck them down, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay. So, because yesterday Damien said I should have had a picture of Israel Adesanya knocking out Pereira. And, okay, I had Rambo instead, and I hear him. So I said, today I'm going to do something else. And I said, I saw the beer bong celly, and I was like, okay, I just feel like kids are so goddamn impressionable these days. And this is something I see, and I'm like, funny, hey, cool, whatever. But there's so much alcohol out there. Everybody drinks so much freaking alcohol. It's not my world. Do what you want. I don't. I got outside today. I did a workout outside, and I have a sweatsuit that zips up. It's tight as hell. I soaked through my goddamn sweatshirt. I sucked through my shorts. I got a little nauseous. I kept going. I had my TRX. I did my rip trainer. I posted something. I said TRX should sponsor me, because then I had my TRX, my rip trainer around me. I'm in New York City. I say I'm working out in the elements. Working out, you should sponsor, and, then it won't lead to anything. But you know what? You got to put things out there. You got to take chances. You got to say, hey, let's try this. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and I'm so happy that Anderson and Gobert have hashed it out. They've hashed it out. Yeah, Anderson said we definitely hashed it out. That happens all the time in sports. Feel like people are acting like we've never seen it before. No, we've seen it before. We're grown men. Yes, you are, but you punch each other. We're able to put it behind us. We both want to win. We spoke about it that night, and just seeing how everything is playing out is kind of lame, honestly. We're teammates at the end of the day. I don't want it to be Kyle versus Rudy thing. That's never the case. I always got my teammates back, and we moved on. Okay, so you may say it's lame, but Gorbet got suspended for a game. So lame or not, suspended. And to top it all off, I was reading some other stuff that, first of all, Gobert was playing injured. That was one thing. And Kyle Anderson understood, and listen to this. So the Timberwolves had to suspend Gobert for throwing a punch, but accepted that it was just a shot to the chest with no intent to injure Kyle Anderson, and understood that Anderson called Gobert a bitch repeatedly on a night Gobert was playing hurt. Repeatedly was calling him a bitch. Well, I would think if you keep calling someone a bitch, like you're poking somebody, eventually they're going to snap. Yeah, and Reed Wallach said if you summed up Rudy Gobert's career to date, it would read like a Mad Lib, because he was during COVID when it first happened. He was making a joke about it. Then he touched every microphone, made a joke about it, and then they shut down the league. So, I was talking to James about it. Kyle Anderson, that's the way he plays. I mean, he's chippy, and if you're going to call someone a bitch, he punches you. Well, now you're playing the Lakers tonight. You don't have Gobert. Kyle Anderson's playing, and the other guy, broke his wrist, and he's out. So they're losing a lot of guys that doesn't bode well for the playing game tonight at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, so that's not good. You're going to be without Jaden McDaniels' broken hand, fractured hand injury. I don't know. Will be lost to the Wolves indefinitely. So now you lost Gobert, you lost McDaniels. And what came of it? It was lame and all. Call it lame. Or, you could be the opposite. You could be Draymond Green, who feels that he has to have a comment about every fucking thing. And I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Can you just shut up? Draymond would love to sweep the Kings, instill doubt right away. Great. Okay. And then he also said that he's Rudy's punch, wrong decision, but liked that he stood up for himself. Yeah, Draymond, great. Because, you got thrown out of, you got suspended for one of the NBA Finals games, which you ended up losing. So I'm glad that you're happy that he stood up, and I'm glad that you want to, sweep Sacramento, which now I heard the average ticket in Sacramento is over $500. Golden State, games of Golden State, $222. Dom was asking me who I like, and I just threw it out there. I said, Grizz Bucks. He thinks Golden State, I said, they're not good on the road. He said, well, Golden State has to win basically one game on the road, and they could have the they can't have this. They can't host in the second round because they're a 6 seed. They're not going to host unless, if they beat the 6, the 4 or the 5 would host over them. So that wouldn't happen. But, I mean, hey, you know what? There's a chance. The West is up for grabs.